Well, hi people from all over the world. Welcome to my channel, Vicky's Precious Petals. Now, what are we going to do today? So I've got a three-piece set here that I have bought off Temu. Cost me $9.23 for the three pieces. So I've got a tray. This is a rabbit. It's got no face, but it's got ears. Little rabbit's ears. And this is like a little egg. And that's like a little trinket thing, put your earrings in or whatever. I'm not really sure what the rabbit is supposed to do. I suppose you could hang chains off it. But anyway, I've got an idea. Look out. Anything's likely to happen now. Okay, so what I'm going to do, something a bit different. I've got all these little colours here to start with. These go with your UV resin. So I'm going to put dots all over the tray. Hopefully different coloured ones. We'll see how we go. We'll see what happens. These things are called pipettes. These are just the little ones because I've got bigger ones. I've got them in 3 different sizes because I don't want big drops. I only want little ones, in theory. So I'm just going to move the rabbit and the egg out of the road for now. Oh, gloves. I had gloves out. Where did I put them? Heavens. I started cleaning up in here today. My mould cupboard. Oh my God. I'm not going to tell you how many moulds I have. I only did one shelf and used 6 sort of large boxes and then move stuff from that shelf onto other shelves. So now I need 6, 12 more boxes. And that's just one cupboard, mate. Oh my God. Okay, so these are on. You've heard my story. Let's go. Wasting time gibbering. So in here, I'm just going to put a bit of UV resin. This might not work with that pipette because I don't need much. Okay, this one's gold. I don't know if that's going to stand out because I've got some other stuff to do. So, is that open? Oh. Oh my goodness. Right lid. Get the right lid, woman. Okay. I think I just put too much in there. So, I'm just going to add a little bit more UV. And I don't think that's going to come up in the pipette. So we're doing it this way. I'm just going to put on little dots. Random. Different sizes. I'm trying to do these random and I'm putting them in lines. For heaven's sake. Sometimes I shouldn't be allowed out. I'm just checking they're not running. A bit more UV. And where's my torch gone? Just so these, I don't think they'll run, but can you see how shiny they are? In that light there? I don't know if you can, can't. I'm just being two-handed. This is called multi-skilling. That was the goal that's sort of against that one. This one says red. I don't know about red, more like pink. Oh, I wanted it there, okay? Oh, some of these are joining together. Oh, looks like it just wants to stay together. Only thing I can do is set it and then get it off. Have you noticed? I don't know if you guys can see properly, but for some reason I've avoided the lines that support the tray. Starting to worry myself. Probably got Alzheimer's coming on. Okay. I think that's enough dots. I'm hoping they don't look like they're in straight lines. Right. Torch. Now I am going to put this under my UV lamp. I'm just getting them quickly so they won't move on me. Just doing this. Okay, what colour is Easter? Somebody tell me what colour Easter is. Okay, you don't need to watch this. This is my UV lamp. I'm about to plug in. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes. Okay. Okay, my dots are done. They're here. I don't know if you can see them shiny or not. So now I'm going to use some AR400 casting powder to do the rest of the tray. It holds 190 mils. So what I've been working on is I was multiplying that 190 by 2. And I was having a little bit left over. So I'm going to give it a shot at, just getting the calculator up, at 1.9. So 190 multiplied by 1.9. It's 361 altogether. Oh, I've got a piece of paper with me. And this is 3 parts powder, 1 part water. So divide that by 4 is 90.25 mils. So let's just put that on here. So I just need 90 mils. Oh. Right. 90 mils. close enough. Take the water jug over there. And go back to my calculator. Multiply this by 3. There's 271. Tear on. Up. Too much. Go back. Okay. Now, if you're using any of the resin creeks, the casting powder, eco casting resin powder, any of them, you don't have much time. So this is the eco-friendly one. Doesn't matter which one you're using. They all seem to be ones. I have done a few experiments, and to be honest, I can't see much difference. So I think the dry time on the one that I'm using here is a bit longer. I think it's 4 hours. So this is mica powder that I'm putting in here. Oh, and on the table. So with these type powders, this really loses colour because this is white. So this will end up pink. I'm just mixing it in first, like making a cake. Put your dried ingredients in first. So it's pale pink. I just cleaned all these boards. I don't even know why I clean up. So I also have some liquid pigment here that I'm going to use. It's called purplish red. Oh, one of the ladies that follows me all the time, she told me she used a whisk to do this. And I thought, geez, that's a good idea. I've been shopping twice since then. I still haven't bought a whisk. I mean, I've got one, but it's for the kitchen. I thought I'd just buy one for this. It is a pretty pink colour. But this will dry even lighter. It's not open. Oh, come on. It's thick as. That was a tough little one. I actually like them when they get all these swirly colours in them. But it seems to disappear a bit. Oh, like you still get it, but it disappears a lot into the void when you tip it in. Now I forgot who I seen do this. Might have been Steve McDonald actually. He's always doing weird stuff. Yeah, I don't think this one was a Daniel Cooper. I had to bar myself from watching a couple of those channels, because then you go out and you buy all the stuff that they've just made. It keeps pushing your prices up. Then I buy things and forget why I bought them. I told you, I've got Alzheimer's. Okay, let's give this a shot. I don't think I've got any lumps in there. I'm just looking underneath. I think I've covered it. I just stand up to pour these. Am I on camera? No. I'll go back in. And I'm kind of hoping I've got a little bit left over. See, I've still got a bit on the bottom. Maybe I should have got the whisk out. Thanks for that tip, Tammy. I do have a little bit left over, and what I want to do was just the ears on this. So, I bet I've got no big pipettes out. I'm using a pipette because the ears are down in here. What I'm thinking is if I try to tip it in there, I'm going to have it everywhere but in the ears. Might use two. You see what I'm doing? I'm standing up so can't see the camera. And putting air bubbles in there at the same time. Get out. Add a little bit more. Come on, don't start to go hard on me. Have you guessed that this is an Easter thing I'm doing? So I think that is pretty well. No, not quite. I need a bit more. Sounds like I'm drinking out of a straw. Those bubbles, and I'm going to need a little something to, I've got a couple of little dots in there that I've made a little bit of a mess with. I'll splatter myself. Don't have all day. People are getting bored sitting there watching this. Oh, I'm having a bit of a drama with my YouTube channel as well, guys. So if you can make a comment, I'd super really appreciate it. Just tell me what city you're from or what country you're in, anything like that. I'd like to know. I've lost, over a very short period of time, 1,600 hours. Now that's a lot for me. And they've kind of just disappeared. I have contacted several people trying to get it fixed. And it sort of really worried me for a couple of weeks, but now I've kind of got over it and I've just gone, right, I've just lost them, just move on. Okay, so this rabbit is going to have pink ears, and you know I'm famous for my lights, and it's going to have a light, so the rabbit will sit on the tray, in theory, and with the Easter egg. Okay, so I can't do any more at the moment, and I'll just wait till that's all cured so I can push it out of the road, so I can move on with the Easter egg and finish the light. Okay, talk to you later, guys. Okay, this has been sitting for over 24 hours. I've been at work, and I did start to have a little bit of a sneak peek yesterday afternoon, and I'll show you what's happening. So, see, some of the dots remained on here. So on here, it's most unusual now, I have got some shiny pieces and some little hollows. So I'm just trying to reflect them. So the ones that are not shining, like this one, there's a few of them, these little ones, they're hollows. Of course, they're still on here. So now I've got something totally different than anybody else. So I'm quite happy with that. And so it's something different. But if you can see that on my hands, the mica powder has kind of come to the surface, and you can wipe it. And so I've got bits on my hands. And you can see where I just put it on the board. Got it on the board as well. So it definitely needs sealing. So I don't know if it is just this particular product, or if it's all of like the resin cretes and eco powders, and like they're just giving them all sorts of names. They're out there everywhere. So, but I haven't noticed it before. But anyway, so I know I need to seal it. The pink is really pretty. So I'm just going to put that aside over there for now. And this is the bunny ears. Like my little windmill. So you can see the pink in here. But this bunny ear comes right up to here. Now if I fill that right up to there, the resin powder, casting powder, is already here. So I don't really want it any higher because I want to make this light. So what I have got here, you buy these plugs of pouring your heart out. I have used this plug over and over and over. Julie Cuts makes them. And sometimes they're not on her eBay page or Amazon. I think she runs out. But I need these in different sizes. I've got to learn how to make my own. It's on my to-do list. So what I've done here, these are just needles. I've just got one of those cheap needle kits. And I use the needles for different bits and pieces. They come in quite handy. I use them in my candles as well. So I've just put the 4 in. So this will sit. This is only thin. And this light will go in here. And it will sit in here like that. And then I will just use my Dremel to cut like a little groove. So the wire can sit down. I'll just glue it in. If all of this is making sense. If it doesn't, you'll see. So now what I want to do, because this is going to be a light, I need to mix up some resin. And I was thinking that I was going to make this like a yellowy colour. But I'm thinking maybe if I do it kind of half yellow, half pink, so it goes with the set. I don't know. But I'm finding these pieces, I've got a couple of different ones now, they're a bit big for the size of the tray. The tray needs to be bigger. Like that again, half of that again. To make, because if you're using that as a trinket tray, by the time you put these on, where are you going to put your bits? Like, unless they're little. Anyway, we'll come back to that. See, I need to make my own trays as well. So I'm going to mix up some resin, clear my hands, and I'll come back to you. Okay, I've had a thought, because I see so many people confused. I think I might put that one in the bin. About mixing up resin. I thought, oh, just, not that cup, this one. Okay, I'm using Barnes Mega Pour. Okay, and it goes by weight. And it's a 2-to-1. So what I have done is I have written, see these bottles, let me move just a minute, this bottle and this bottle is exactly the same. Both got white lids. Okay, really easy to pick up the wrong bottle. So I've got half written on that lid, and I've got half written on there as well, so I don't get them mixed up, so I know. Now I want roughly, I need, this holds 200 mils, and those ears are already done, but I've got another little project on the side, and then I thought I might put a little bit in here as well. Okay, so I'm going to go around, oh, let's say 250. Now I need 3 parts. So the half one, I need 83 mils, okay, or 83 grams. This is roughly around the same weight. Okay, on grams, and I need a small cup because I just need 83 grams. Hit the tap, 0. I'm reading upside down here, so 80, whoop, I've got 85. So what I do now, put that over there, and I just go 85 multiplied by 2, 170. Got that? Okay. For those that didn't get it, replay it a couple of times. I've got 2 grams too much. Always wipe around the top of your bottle. And I'm just going to put the tiny little drop back. $171. That's close enough for me. Alright, just get them out of the road. Always put your lids back on. Remove everything out of your road. You do not want resin all over your table, all over your floor, all over your clothes. Right, put that in there. I'm going to mix it up. Okay, I've had this in the vacuum chamber, and I've got a battery that's like died and won't charge up. Hurry out. So, where did I just put it? I've got this glitter with the little bits of pink in it. It's really pretty, and I thought it'd be nice in there. So I'm going to mix something here. First. Okay. I don't know how much I need. And I really hope this doesn't sink or float or do all those things that you don't want it to do. This is not going to be enough to fill that up. So what does it do on sinking, floating? Seems to be dispersed through there evenly, but that means nothing. Bit of glue, just a tiny little drop, like that. Sometimes I think I just don't put enough in. Had a few of these that hadn't worked, it hasn't gone thick on me. Like, it feels like it's gone thick, but then everything drops. Doesn't feel any thicker. Anyway, see what happens. And I want a little bit in here. And I did notice when I was working out how many mils this thing took that all these little bits down here got bubbles in them. So this is like a good thing about measuring with your water, because you can see where your bubbles are sitting. I'm just going around, give them a squishy. So hopefully, and that kind of, by the looks of that, that's covered the, like the wavy bits. We'll see what happens. Yeah. this bit. A few more sparkles. It's a really pretty glitter, this one. Glitter and I just don't seem to get along properly. Please don't sink. But that's what it looks like it's doing. Making a few bubbles. I'm trying to guess how much I'm going to need. I've just got another little project sitting to the side and I just need a bit of clear resin for it. Helps if you undo the lid, doesn't it? Now we're going to get to a difficult bit of pouring here in a minute. I haven't got as many sparkles in this lot I can see. Because I need this to sit in there. I'll put a bit more in first. I don't think I'm going to have enough to do that other little job. I'll just use a bit of clear here just to finish this bit off. This is going to run over on me. Of course it is. Talk about making a mess. probably going to be easier to clean up when it's cured. I need a bit of paper towel. Where did my paper towel go? It's vanished on me. I just had it. Am I the only person that this happens to? It's got a bit out of the garbage bin. You can probably see it looking at me, going down the channel. It's behind you. It's a bit like looking for your glasses and they're on your head. Right, I'm just going to leave that and not play with it anymore. Okay, bye for now, and I'll be back when this is all cured, and hopefully I've got something that's pretty in there. We'll see. Okay, bye. Okay, this has only been a short period of time, and this is all still really liquidy. But I've realised what's happening is the AR400 casting powder, that's the pink in these ears, is absorbing the resin. And I can see them getting darker where it's absorbed. So on this side, I can see where it's running down. It's darker. I can't pick it up, sorry. So I'm just trying to give you an idea. And this is all light. So this part here hasn't absorbed the resin. I can even see round on this side, that you guys can't see, I've gained an air bubble. And the glitter has come down. That really looks like the glitter around the ears. So, and I can see it, now that I'm getting down, I can see the glitter down in here. So, unreal. And I can see it here as well. So I think what's happened is the casting powder has slightly shrunk and allowing the glitter to get down. Because I can understand the powder, even though it's cured, absorbing the resin because it's porous, but the glitter, no. So this is really unusual, the way this is working. I'm intrigued. So I don't know if I've discovered something different or it's just this particular powder that I'm using, because I was playing around with the resin creep, which I quite like, the other resin casting powder, which was a 10-3, this was the 4-1, I think, 3-1, yeah, so the eco-friendly one, different again, and it works out cheaper, and I bought that in Australia, so I don't know, so I need to do more practice with some of these other ones, because I can see this all being something totally different. So I'm just going to carefully try to move this over on one of my other boards. Like that. I've just made bubbles come up in it. Bloody hell. Alright. I'm just not going to touch it again. But I was just doing something else. It's no fun unless you've got about like 20 jobs on the go. And I've got a little bit, I know this is a deep pour resin, but I thought I might tip a bit on here and see what happens. But I'm thinking if it's going to absorb it, I need to sit it up on something. I'm just going to grab a couple of these cups. tip them upside down. I hope the hell they don't stick. Maybe I should get a resin mat. Give me a second. Okay, I just got it's an old mat. I do have some new ones, but they're a bit buried at the moment where I've been cleaning up. I'm just making sure I'm level. Front of this board just needs to come up slightly. Amazing what a paddle pop stick will do. Nicely. Okay. So, because I don't know what's going to happen, I'm just going to tip a bit on here. I know it's a shallow pour and I'm using a deep pour resin. It'll just take longer to dry. And sometimes you might get a wavy effect. Just wondering if to do the sides maybe I should get a paintbrush. Might make it a bit easier. It's one that I don't care about. I care about most of them. This is a cheapie. I think so. I'm just going to brush some up the side here. Somebody tell me if I've gotten all the edges. I can't see on the inside. And I thought I might do this as well. I think I should have put this on a turntable so I can see what's going on. This is going to be an interesting experiment. I'm doing the sides. Oh, sounds like we've got a burglar. There is no sneaking into my house, if you can hear all that racket in the background. Well, this means I'm going to move my level. Now, anybody that's watching this that might think, oh, that'd be nice for my candles. No, this is not for candles. You cannot use resin with heat. Well, you can. You're just going to have some toxic fumes. You can see why I'm doing this, can't you? Because of the ears. I just want to see what happens. But I don't want to be doing the sides later, because you'll see where I stopped and started. And the bottom I can do later. So interior, I shouldn't get too much runoff going underneath, because I'm just putting on a thin amount with brush. So I'm looking pretty even. Oh look, my level is moving right back around where it was. So I can't see, oh yes I can, a couple of run marks here. Problem with this is I haven't got full sun coming through my window at the moment because it's getting late, and I can't see if there's any bits that are not quite right. I'm going to stop fluffing with it now. Right. I'm going to call it quits for the night. Clean this brush and see if it'll... I've got a little bit left, but it's got stuff in it. Right. Okay. We'll see what the result is tomorrow. Okay. What's been going on is... Oh, I showed you this the other day and you probably couldn't see, but now it might be a little bit clearer. That the AR400 casting powder, this one, has absorbed the resin, but not everywhere. So I can see here that it hasn't absorbed it, but it has here, and it's also drawn down the glitter. So I'm a bit excited to take that out to see what's happened, but I can't do it yet. I'll explain in a second. Now remember I poured resin on this and I brushed all around here and all the sides. So on the sides, it's completely absorbed the resin. It's very smooth and nothing's coming off. But on the back, that hasn't been done yet. I'm still getting pink on my fingers. Then, just move that out of the road. I've been stabbed with a needle. Here, so what's happened, it's absorbed some and some has just sat on the surface. So whether there was little thick bits and thin bits, I don't know. But it's not rough and it's all feeling really smooth. Remember I said that sometimes if you pour a deep pour resin in a shallow pour, you get like a wave effect. Well, that's exactly what's happened on here. But it's made, I don't know, I'm trying to turn, so I don't know if you're going to see it or not, but it's made it even more interesting than all the little sparkles that are in there from the UV that are used. And then it's got the little hole patterns in there. I don't know what went on in that bit, but something happened. But like this is just, I'm just going, okay, I'll never be able to replicate this for sure, you know, in this same format. I can't believe how cute all these little, it's smooth as, but it creates like this wavy sort of effect in there, which has happened. This is not finished as yet, and I'm going to pour that today. But because your deep pour resin usually shrinks a little bit as well. But because this has absorbed it down into here, it's a bit lower than what I was expecting. So I've just popped that out. I've got some yucky bits hanging off. So what I'm wondering is, do I need to pour some more in there? That is probably, let me let go, here. So it is deep enough to put this light in. But it's got a rather large bit of a rim on it. So I'm thinking I might just put together a bit of cast resin, make that seal back in there, and put a little bit of cast resin in there. It's really rough in here. And if I sand it all back so it's not rough, like this has created a real channel, let's call it a channel, in there. And if I sand it all back, then I'm thinking that it's not going to be low enough for me to put the light in. So hence I need to mix up a tiny little bit of resin. That's minuscule for there. Oh, pardon me. And this part here, I am now going to make up a bit more resin creep for it, or casting powder, or there's like so many. I think I've got about 4 or 5 different ones now. I'm just looking over here and I'm sure. So far out of all of them, I do like the resin creep. I don't know, it just seems to have a better finish to it. It was only a cheap one. And this is Eco, this casting powder I'm using here. So I don't know, it's just my thoughts. But I need to do a trial run with and add some more mica to it to see if it's going to come off like this one does, or if this is just like just this one. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to do some mix up, and this is going to be super interesting to get this out. And I've just kind of looked on the side here, and I'm thinking that some of it goes down even a bit. I've lost it. It even looks like it's deeper here. But that might have been because I've just pulled that to, I'll have to try and get the seal back. So I don't want resin to run down in there. Bugger. I shouldn't have probably done that. Anyway, we'll give it a shot. Alrighty, I'll be back. Okay, just putting the pink in. This is that little egg-shaped thing. Alright, now in theory I should be able to unmold everything this afternoon a little bit later. Talk to you later, bye. Okay, what I'm going to do is just seal this tray on the bottom, okay? So I've turned it upside down, just got it sitting on some cups. Would have been better if I'd had my board in here that spins around. I've lent it to somebody. What I have here is Deco Pudge. Montmartre. I think it's just like some of the other products that are on the market. And it says, use this multi-purpose glue, sealer and varnish to add a gloss finish to your arts and crafts. Ideal for scrapbooking, fabric and wood projects as well as kids' art. Non-toxic, water-based, sealer, glue, varnish, dries quickly to a clear gloss finish. Used to seal acrylic paints, stains, wood, fabrics and more. Allow to dry 30 minutes between coats, can be sanded in between coats, blah blah blah, washes out in soapy water. Okay, let's give it a shot. So I'm thinking it'll have a seal on the top because I haven't used it. And I hate these things. They're kids proof. And old people. Oh. Get off. Come on. Play the game. So I don't know if you kind of tip it on and spread it out. Doesn't really tell me much. So I don't know, I was going to put it in there, but maybe I'll just put a little bit on here. Oh, it's thick. I'm not sure how much I need. I'll start with that little bit. I'm thinking I need a little bit of water on my brush. My brush needs to be a bit damp. Got lumps in it. Come on. Oh my goodness. You watch, I'm going to get a great big piece. I only want a little bit. Thank you. So I find the bottoms are good to practice with, because you can't see them. What are these lumps? I did shake it. It doesn't say to shake it, but that's what I did. Don't mind me munching on the lolly, because I'm giving up smoking. Haven't had a cigarette in, I don't know, 60 days or something. Don't mind me, just turning it. I just can't see really well on this side. Okay, I'm not playing with it anymore. I'm just leaving it. So we'll see what happens. I've got water here that I just threw the brush into. So, while that's doing its thing, I'll put that aside. I just want to get this out. The other things, because I had to add a little bit to the thing I'm going to make the light with, is not quite ready to get out of the mould as yet. So this is the Easter egg. Come on. Now I've got a few air bubbles just here. Oh, get off. Oh, that is so cute. So the glitter has dropped, as I expected, but it's all around the edge. And there's a little spot in the bottom, which just come out. Interesting. Okay. I didn't want that in there anyway. Wonder why it's not. That seems to be on pretty tight. But what I do need to do is seal that. And I'm not overly fussed on what that's doing. Maybe I haven't, maybe I was supposed to mix it up with water or something, but it doesn't say that. Right, so I'm going to try something else. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm working my way through all these varnishes to see what works, what doesn't work. This is a gloss acrylic varnish. And protect your masterpiece. The egg. With this acrylic finish varnish. Dries to a transparent high gloss finish for stunning artworks. Use a soft brush, yep. Apply the varnish to dry artwork. Clean up with warm soapy water. Drying time 30 minutes. Okay, so this time I'm going to put it in a container, which I've just used under there. Alright, doesn't say I have to shake it or stir it or do any of those fancy things. I've bought a few of these Marty type things because I've got some acrylic paints that I want to have a shot at. And I've got the brushes there as well. These are Talcon, I think that's how you take Glon brushes. They're nice and soft. This brush is just damp, which I've seen, I have watched a couple of videos on these products. And the lady did have her brush a bit damp with most of the things that she was using. Sorry, I don't know what her name was. I should write these down because I sit down of a night and watch different things. And I do it on the television. And then I don't write their names down to give them credit. Don't appear to need much. Oh, and I don't want it on the resin, so I'll have to come back and wipe that bit off. Just stick that brush in the water there for a minute. Now I can't see where I know I spread a little bit down too far, just there. Baby wipe might be easier. So I can see a couple of spots that I've missed now that I've held it up to the light. And I only need a smidgen. Just here. This one doesn't seem to leave as many brush marks as the Podge one. I think it's just like Mod Podge type thing. I don't know. Now last night I typed in Resin creations, and like lots of channels popped up, of course, and one of them had over 2.5 million views, and I thought, oh god, what are these people making? I've got to have a look at this one. So it goes on, and it was like a whole heap of shorts put together, and I'm thinking, geez, these are really creative people. Like, have a look at all the different things they're making. Well, the next thing, here's a short of Daniel Cooper. And then I realised, I should have realised straight off the bat, it wasn't these people that, like the person putting up the thing, up the video. What they'd done is gone through, made a whole heap of clips of all these other artistic people, and then put it all together. Like, and then got massive views. That I don't know if I'm jealous or I nearly swore then. But like, can't you do your own work? I don't know. I just didn't. I mean, while it's clever, they're earning lots of money off everybody else's back. Was the bit that annoyed me. I got enough trouble just trying to get a few views. So I don't know, maybe I'm a bit jealous. I don't usually get jealous. Okay. Just making sure I haven't missed any bits. We could probably do with a second coat in a little while, and it's 30 minutes. Just a couple of little spots that are not, but if I go over them again now, I'll get streaks. I can tell. I'm just cleaning my brush. Alrighty. So, I'm really happy with that Easter egg. Oh my god, it looks so cute. So I'm just going to set that aside. And I can't get anything else out at the moment. We have to wait. I've even put on my cheap heat mat to try and get a few things curing here. What happens when you use deep pour. Okay, I'll see yous again. Alright, time to get this out of the mould. And I top that up so I can see I've got sanding to do there. Oh, this is another mould that's not shiny. Hurry up. They seem to be putting a lot of these out. Oh, come on. So I've got another one that's not shiny either. Oh, cute as. Just get a bit of paper towel. So before I'll have to sand that. So I had to go back and top it up. You can see where it sort of come up to. See how it's drawn into the ears? Really, never seen that before. So it's kind of made it quite nice. But what I'm going to do is just test out this light. Now I'm thinking these little lights are pretty strong actually. So let's just give it a blast before I start sanding and carrying on. Get rid of me piece of engineering there. Oh yes, heaps of glow power. So it will go with I'm really liking this little Easter egg. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, seriously? Mustn't have been quite dry on the bottom, and I've set it on here. Fortunately, it just rubs off. Oh my goodness. That's good. Okay. That is really, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but that's just really pretty. Some little girl is going to love that, or some lady. And then this will go on here as well. I'm going to do a little cut through there. That's rather sweet. And I think you hang your jewellery off there, you know, like your bracelets and things, your earrings or whatever in there, and, you know, your rings all around, whatever you need to do. Really looks cute. Okay, I'll come back and show you how I've fitted that light in. Okay, all I've done, you see that, is I've cut in here with my Dremel. Actually, it's my husband's Dremel because mine seems to have disappeared. So the cord will sit through there like that. Are you allowed to go? Do you reckon you shouldn't go to jail if you kill your employees if they've moved your tools and you can't find them? Alright. And my husband doesn't like me using his tools, but it's got, I'm not saying. Right, so I thought before I glue the light and all of that in, I just finished sealing the top here. And I'm using the gloss acrylic varnish, this one. And I'm just going to wet the brush, make it a bit moist. I quite like this one. You don't need much. A little bit really goes a long way with this. Just got a dirty mark on there. Must be coming off this brush, I think. Mustn't have washed this brush properly. Okay, I'm just going to put that aside, leave it for a while, and come back to it. Talk to you later. Alright, this is all nice and dry now. It's been a couple of hours. I've been off doing other videos. So, I got my sticky dots, And I'm just going to put a sticky dot on there. Come on, stick on. Yep. And then just do this. I might put a little bit of glue on that, I'm thinking. But I think I will. Let's see, let's get it set up. I'm excited. Look how pretty it is. And the glitter is sort of all through that, with, even though this is like matte, it looks really cute. What do you think, guys? Come on, I think we need a few thumbs up on this one. Oh, God, if I don't break it first. Okay, thumbs up, please. Leave a comment. Talk to you later. Bye.